What is good, everybody? My Paper Moon fam. It's your boy, PaperSin, back with another reaction video. This one is called The Martin Files Decoded by the YouTube channel Brandon FM. Now, I've seen a couple of his videos before. They were on like some stuff that happened in VR chat. Those were very interesting to watch. I highly suggest you check out the channel and watch them yourself, because I'm not going to rewatch them on this channel as a reaction. It wouldn't be like, there was no point. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this video of The Martin Files Decoded by Brandon FM. All right, yeah, let's get to it. All right, let's go.
For the
This
past
shit looks like it's gonna be good.
I have been uploading never before seen analog horror tapes to my second channel that an anonymous person called M has been sending me via email. These tapes are extremely cryptic, disturbing, and they all seem to point to a deeper real-life story, which we will uncover throughout this video. After each tape was posted to my second channel, M would send me another email with the next episode, along with instructions on the date and time it should be uploaded, the exact description the video should have, and the title the video should be called. If any one of those requirements were not met, I would not receive the next episode. And therefore, the full story would never be revealed.
And we just went through those.
Essentially, once I upload that first tape, there's no turning back.
There's no turning back.
From the first email M sent me, I was pretty positive I was not going to play along with whatever strange game they had planned. Especially because I get messages like this all the time, and for all I knew, it could end up just being a massive troll. But after actually watching the first tape, I couldn't help but indulge myself into whatever was clearly planned for me in particular. I wanted to see the next tape. There was also a text file attached to the first email that gave me a lot of faith that this whole thing wasn't just one big attention-seeking stunt. But unfortunately, I am legally not allowed to disclose what the contents of that text document was. So, on the 11th of November, the first tape of the Martin Files went public, and my deep dive into this analog horror series began.
Who is he? Martin.
I know I stand in line until you think you have the time to spend an evening with me. And if we go someplace to dance, I know.
So is that actually the Brandon FM guy? I don't think he's ever showed his face.
We drop into a quiet little see it in your eyes that you despise the same old lines you heard the night before. And I practice every day to find some clever lines to say to make the meaning come true. But the evening gets late and I'm alone with you. The time is right, your perfume fills my hair, the stars get red and all the... Then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid like I love you.
That does sound like something stupid to say. That almost looked like CoffeeZilla that he was taking down. I just got a quick glance at it, so I don't really know. Yeah, that right there. Right there. That face almost reminds me. Almost. I got a quick glance. It reminds me of a CoffeeZilla. I'm gonna grab a drink real quick.
Then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid like I love you.
first tape in the Martin files is titled Martin's School. The numbers 54.0 can be found in the top of the description, and it's also stated that this is tape 1 of 5.
Okay, 54.0
The numbers
is found in the description.
54.0 are not random, and neither is the footage that you are about to watch.
Okay. Commercial 1. Introduction. Commercial 1? Oh, for his school or whatever? Or for the school that he was like in charge of or some shit?
We're introduced to the series via a set of 3 old commercials promoting some sort of school, and we can tell something's off straight from the start.
Yeah, some black and white. Oh, never mind.
Are you ready to put your future in your own hands? Royal Academics is the most prestigious school in the north of England. It's the key to unlock your true potential.
And the tips of it looks like dicks. Boop, boop, boop. Meh.
Using the power of learning. Truly engage with your classmates, make lifelong friends, wander our vast open campus, and strive to be something more, something incredible, something royal. On behalf of our staff, students, and successors to be, we welcome you to Royal Academics.
Besides the extremely uncomfortable voice that narrates the advert, the first thing that sticks out to me is that it seems the story we are going to be following takes place in the north of England.
Well, the glitch part's real too, because then that's like double what the fuck.
Specifically, at a school named Royal Academics. From the footage shown in the commercial, it's likely that the school is privately owned and ran as a business. This would also explain why it's being advertised in the first place. At the end of the trailer, there is also some blurred out information, most likely a URL link to a website.
Why is it blurred out?
Why is this blurred out? I'm not too sure. But so far, nothing too out of the ordinary.
Okay. So it looks like this is based off a true story, like this actually happened. Boarding houses. Okay, so it's a boarding school.
Every student who goes to Royal Academics deserves a place to stay.
That voice,
suited drinking. Every room contains 4 beds, a bathroom, closet, and kitchen, all of which are to be shared between you and 3 other roommates.
Question, Royal Academics, who okayed this commercial before y'all set it out to the public? Like the voice and everything. Like who okayed that shit? Because I mean, you were trying to get people to come to your school. That's one way to get them to not come to your school, unless their parents are just that dumb, which I'm guessing they were.
Our trusted house parents will take care of you every day and night to make sure you're comfortable in your new home. They are so nice and friendly, you will never want to leave.
Wait, what?
This advert indicates to us that Royal Academics is actually a boarding school, meaning that kids actually live on campus in their own dormitories and are taken care of by people called house parents.
Okay, so far nothing too, excuse me, crazy with the concept, because there are plenty of boarding schools already out there where kids they live at this, or high schoolers or whatever, or I think even younger, yeah, live at the school, and then they every now and then they'll go back to the house or back home, like not weekends, but like maybe weekends, but like holidays and shit.
This would also explain why the school looked so large in the first commercial.
Okay.
Since there's hundreds, if not thousands, of kids living there.
Obviously, for you hard-working parents, it can be difficult to leave your children with people you don't know.
Facts.
So here
I'm
are
sure.
some unbiased reviews from our previous customers.
My kids love their time at Royal Academics. My kids love their time at Royal Academics. My kids love.
Bro, there is no way this was actually in the commercial. There is no way. There is no way this was actually in the advertisement or the commercial. Like, look how fucking creepy the face is over here, and they're all saying the same shit. There's no way people bought this. There's no way, right? Well, obviously they did, but yo, come on, bro. There's no way this was actually real. Come on.
Love their time at Royal Academics. My kids love their time.
We hope to see you and your child at Open Day on the 14th of October, so
I'd be
you
like,
can
hell
see
nah.
just how good our facilities really are. Come thrive with us at Royal Academics.
Oh, wait, you ain't see my kid at all, bro. Fuck that shit. Man, in fact, I'm calling the cops.
The end segment of the advert is where we get our first glimpse into the disturbing imagery that is used throughout these tapes. When the AI generated voice is quoting reviews the parents made about the school, not only are the women's faces on screen extremely uncanny, but the children's faces in the background are morphed and distorted.
There's no
Personally,
way this
it doesn't
actually
seem
ain't on
like a
TV.
great way to get people to pay to go to your school.
No,
But
it
hey,
doesn't.
that's just me.
It seems like people would run. Wait, is that what he said, or did he say
Great
something
way
else?
to get people sorted. Personally, it doesn't seem like a
Okay,
great
he
way
said
to get
doesn't.
people
Never
to
mind.
pay to go to your school. But hey,
Yeah, it
that's
doesn't.
just me.
Like, if the parents who sent their kids to the school deserve whatever. No, let me not say that. Because the kids didn't deserve that shit, but the parents deserve to get slapped.
I was given several scholarships, and after accepting one, I was able to fulfill my dream as a lawyer at one of the UK's top firms.
The third advert
What
seems
the
to
fuck?
be a former student, now turned successful lawyer, vouching for the capabilities of the Royal Academics education system.
And spectacular
The way he's
education.
walking and standing it's
I
just
have my friends to thank, my family to thank, and most importantly, Mr. Martin, the owner of Royal Academics, to thank for creating an environment to thrive in.
bruh.
And there it is, the first mention of the name Martin. Seeing as the series of tapes Emma's been sending me are called the Martin Files,
Right?
I was
This is
wondering
right,
when
huh?
he would make his first appearance. And it seems Martin is in fact the owner of Royal Academics, which is an interesting development to say the least.
Nope.
Anyway,
No thanks.
that is the last of the adverts introducing us to Royal Academics.
Okay.
But this isn't the end of the first episode that Em sent me. In fact, there's quite a bit more.
I can see this. This whole thing is like an hour long, and we're 10 minutes in. The Martin Files. Warning, the content you are about to watch contains discussions about sensitive topics. Viewer discretion is advised. So kids, go to bed. Parents, make sure the little brats are in bed. And buckle up for safety, motherfucker.
Hi. And
Hi.
what is your name?
My name is and I will be showing you around the campus today.
This is a
Follow
graphic
me
design or some
right
shit?
this way, please.
Is this graphic design or some shit?
Right is Admiral Hall. It's the oldest building in the school, which was founded in 1912.
About to
Oh
say,
wow.
is this?
Look at how beautiful that is. You must feel so lucky to be able to go here every day.
I love it here.
Bro, when it was still focused on like the fireplace and shit at the very beginning, when they cut this to this footage, I was like, "Well, this must be where they sacrifice babies."
It's so beautiful,
Look weird.
especially in the summer.
Looks like it.
This
Wow.
right here is the main entrance to our English department. If you look around, you'll see many different works of art, as
So-
well as life-sized animals.
Is that a tiger?
Yes.
Real quick about boarding schools, I don't know if I can trust them or not because it's like an easy way to get to get kids into your cult, basically, because it's like you separate them from the parents, and then you influence them. And so I don't really trust that shit, yo. And you influence their way of thinking at an early age, because like I said, some of these boarding schools start for early ages. So yeah, I don't really trust that shit, man. Nah, I'm good. I don't know why people do that.
Alright, this way. Watch out for the stairs. They are quite steep.
Oh, well, this is an interesting looking classroom.
Is that blood on the
If
thing,
I
or is it
recall,
no?
a faculty member had told me this was a child's bedroom at one.
Right there, right here. I thought this was like blood or some shit, but I guess it's not. Maybe it's just part of the door.
If I recall, a faculty member had told me this was a child's bedroom at one point, prior to being turned into a
Really?
classroom.
Interesting.
Yes. Okay, follow me, please.
So, what are the students like here?
This tape seems to follow on from the second advert that mentioned an open day for the school.
Okay.
We seem to be in the perspective of a child recording that exact open day, accompanied by one of their parents.
Right this way, please. This is our pool.
Will my daughter be able to get to use this often?
Yes. Every 2 weeks, kids her age get to go to a swimming lesson at this very pool. We have got our own dedicated swimming instructors, and our pool is the best you are going to get in England. This is
Wow.
the kind of pool Olympic athletes use.
That sounds great.
I mean, it does
Our
sound
pool
decent,
is
but shit.
state-of-the-art, enough to fit 4 whole basketball courts.
This place is huge.
Look at these
That's what she
voices.
said.
Did they really just? Did they really just? Oh my god! And the canned laughter to go with it. Oh my! Oh my me! Bro,
So, what are the teachers like here?
this whole video is
They
a
are
red flag.
very professional and excel at what they do. Some teachers specialize in certain subjects, so no teacher is ever inexperienced in their craft.
And what about Mr. Martin?
Mr. Martin lives right on campus.
That pause.
However, we do not really see him that much in classrooms all that much.
I met him earlier on and he seemed really nice.
Yes. However, we do not really see him that much in classrooms all that much.
I met him earlier on and he seemed really nice.
Didn't they just say that?
Yes.
The dialogue between the parent and the student is extremely strange, unnatural, and clearly meant to sound scripted.
Bro, is that an eye? Well, it's like not blinking, but like that's creepy. Well done, Brandon FM.
Even going as far as to include a fake laugh track that plays after a "that's what she said" joke.
That was a terrible
On top
joke.
of that, the child's voice seems to be so distorted to the point where it's impossible to even comprehend what they're saying. And for some
Sounds
reason,
fake.
there is repeated audio about Mr. Martin between the parent and the student. Clearly, all of these things are being done on purpose.
Let the brainwashing begin. He sounds nice. He sounds nice. He sounds nice. Right.
This is the boarding bathroom. It's a bathroom.
This is a nice bathroom.
Okay. Is that supposed to be a nice bathroom? Doesn't look like a nice bathroom.
Well, that's the end of the tour.
Oh, I thought we had more areas to go to. Like the
We are out of
The what?
time, but I have a brochure if you would like it.
Well, thanks. And thanks for having us.
Thank you both so much for taking the
What?
Royal Academics tour.
The
Hope
fuck?
to see you again soon.
That's a jump scare.
So, I guess that's our official introduction to Mr. Martin. And while his face was blurred out at the end, the voice and the camera distortion clearly paints him as the villain of our story.
Right?
So, I guess the question is, why is he the villain? What is Mr. Martin hiding?
Bro, why
Or
did
better
you...
yet, why did somebody go out of their way to make these tapes?
That's the question. Why would, if it wasn't them, if it wasn't Mr. Martin and them, why, if it was, why would they like do that? Because it looks like the student or the parent was walking, one of the ones that were walking around and taking the tour, looked like they were the ones recording. I would say it was the parent because, but where Mr. Martin popped up, it looked like he wouldn't pop up right in front of the student that was giving the tour, right? He'd pop up in front of the parent that was on the tour, right? So, maybe the parent was the one recording and like doing some secret investigation, secret squirrel, type shit. But yeah, why? Because if it was Mr. Martin and them, like, why would they make them voice sound like that and shit? So it couldn't have been them, right? I don't know. Yeah, it didn't look like it.
Wake up.
Gradient.io. Wait, what? The Martin files will resume shortly. Episode 2. Episode 2.
The second episode M sent me is titled Martin's Daughter.
Huh.
The description continues the theme of throwing in a few random numbers, and this time it's 2, 7, and 1.
So the other one was like 5.1.0. This one is 271, right?
Let's take a look at this second episode.
Okay.
I don't know what to do.
I mean, there's not really much you can do at this point. It's not like it was your fault. You were completely out of the... What?
Yeah, but I'm his daughter. I work here. I mean, I spent my...
You were completely out of the know, right? Just like everyone else.
Yeah, but I'm his daughter. I work here. I mean, I spent my whole life here with him.
What's going on down here? It's like someone's arguing with somebody else, by the way. Yeah, you're his daughter.
This tape,
but that doesn't mean you have to
camera footage
worry about the little things.
Office of Mr. Martin's daughter.
Okay.
But unfortunately, the audio is extremely distorted, jumbled, and at some parts even reversed. So I'll just explain the key points to take away from this tape.
Who made this?
The main thing that we learn from this sequence is that Mr. Martin, for whatever reason, has transferred ownership of Royal Academics to his daughter, who again is the person talking in this security footage. The daughter seems to be conversing with another member of staff about the whole situation she has found herself in, and at one point even says, "I just can't believe that he would be accused of something like this."
Hold on, why did he do this?
About the whole situation she has found herself. Daughter seems to be conversing with another member of staff about the whole situation she has found herself in, and at one point even says, "I just can't believe that he would be."
Oh no, what was the glitch part?
Is the person talking in this security footage.
Security.
The daughter seems to be conversing with another member of staff about the whole situation she has found herself in, and at one point even says, "I just can't believe that he would be accused of something like this."
Okay.
While the member of staff is trying to comfort the daughter by recounting how good of a person Mr. Martin was to him, the daughter can't help but question if the accusations against her father are real.
Okay.
On top of all of that, judging from the dialogue shared between the two,
well, that's why he transferred ownership of the school to her. Because if the accusations were real, if I remember correctly, from watching the tapes on the second channel, the accusations were that Mr. Martin committed SA and SH. Yeah, on the students that were there. But they didn't go into detail, of course, so I'm guessing they'll get to that point later. But yeah, if the accusations were true, which sounds like they were, because the guilty thing to do would be to transfer ownership like that, right? So it's like, hey, it's not, I don't even own the place. My daughter owns it. type shit. I don't know. But
At the end of the tape, it seems that Mr. Martin has decided to fly over to France to lie low in wake of these allegations coming to light.
oh, sounds like some guilty shit to do.
The security footage seems to abruptly cut off right as we are about to hear important details on what Mr. Martin is being accused of. So it's very difficult to say what exactly made him so scared that he had to transfer the entirety of his company to his
Every
daughter.
time he talks about transferring this
But what
file,
this
he
tape
glitches his
does tell
voice.
us is that either Mr. Martin has some dark skeletons in his closet,
That's creepy.
or someone is trying to frame him. Possibly an ex-business partner, a student maybe, or even an opposing school. At least, that's what the daughter and staff member are theorizing. But for now, for us, the viewers, that's all speculation.
It's just
Regardless, it's an interesting development, to say the least.
A film theory.
Only
And
3 years.
action.
Only 3 years.
Bro, that what the
Only
fuck?
3 years.
So he got 3
Only
years in
3
jail, I'm
years.
guessing?
Only 3 years. Only 3 years.
Okay, thank you.
Episode 2 ends with the vocal refrain, "Only 3 years," accompanied by images of jail cells. This refrain also comes back later on in the series. However, at this point, it's not clear what this exactly implies.
Years. Only 3 years.
It sounds like
Only
it
3
implies that he
years.
only got 3
Only
years in
3
jail.
years. Only 3 years.
But of course, it could be different shit. Side note, that last picture was weird. Not that one, the one before this one and the one after this one. It's the same picture. But it's like that guy's nose is inside the bar. And the hand, the fingertip is inside the bar. That part's creepy. AI art,
The
maybe?
third tape M sent me is titled Martin's Rules. And this is where things really get interesting.
Okay.
Just like the previous 2 episodes, there are more random numbers in the description. This time, we have 8 and 4. But also, below that number, is the phrase, £1 for what? This seems to be a direct reference to the next tape we are about to watch, which is by far one of the most disturbing ones yet.
Pound for pound? I don't know. But a pound of what? Is that like a confession booth or something? No, door, regular door. Looks like they got that stained glass type of thing you would see on church. Or on church windows or something. Bro, who made these videos? Definitely waiting for a jump scare still. Freddy, Foxy, Chica, Bonnie,
Judging from the opening and the outdoor scenery,
Puppet.
we are likely in the perspective of a student that goes to Royal Academics, walking around the campus late at night, and for some reason, recording their journey along the way.
Probably trying to get evidence of the accusations or whatever. Or evidence to see if the accusations are true. Or, well, I don't know. From this point, the guy would have already left the place. And the daughter is already in charge, so... I don't know what they're walking around for. Well, it sounds like... Well, also, Martin lived on the campus or whatever, so maybe they're trying to find their way to his place while he's gone.
We can see that the student is visibly anxious walking around the school grounds, most likely because they are not allowed outside their room late at night.
Curfew.
Which
Yeah.
leaves us to ask why they wanted to go outside in the first place.
Good question. But like I said, evidence of something. Maybe they're one of the friends of someone who got SA'd or SH'd by Martin, and are trying to find any type of evidence that he may or may not have had. Maybe he was blackmailing them. and said that he had tapes about the shit, and he was gonna release them if, you know, such and such, or maybe they just wanted to steal fake food from the vending machine. Maybe I'm just reading too much into it. What the fuck? Okay, so they went out, got food from a vending machine. They didn't steal it, they paid for it. Oh! I knew there was gonna be a... What the fuck? Hold on. Okay. Yeah. There was two different pairs of shoes. One was walking forward and one was being dragged, looks like. Or walking backwards. So yeah. So he got them. Got them. Looked like maybe it was a her.
I'm not gonna lie. The first time I watched that ending, it got me. But at least now we know why the student was out so late.
Yeah.
All they wanted was a snack from the vending machine.
I thought Mr. Martin was gone by now.
Unfortunately, Mr. Martin was quick to catch whoever it was. And this time, his face was unblurred. Another interesting thing I would like to point out is at exactly 1:06, when the camera flicks to the left, we can see a slight figure behind the brick sign.
Ooh.
Which raises the question, who
Who's
is
that?
this? Is it Mr. Martin, another member of staff,
Doesn't look like it.
or a figment of the student's imagination?
No, if it was a figment of the student's imagination, we wouldn't be able to see it either. But it doesn't look like it would be Mr. Martin, because he's later in the video, he's wearing blue when he does the little jump scare at the end of the video, or at the end of that section. So it might have been staff or another student. Hello, new students, and welcome to Hold up, was that?
Kids at the school.
Oh shit, hold on. Hold on. Yeah, it looks like there's a face here. Right here. You see it? Yeah, there's definitely a face here. I can see it on my other screen, which is a little brighter than the screen that I'm watching it on. There's definitely a face in there, right here, with bars going across it, right here, across the eyes. Huh? You guys can't see my mouse. Well, you can see it down here, but not up here. Weird. But yeah, there's bars going across the eyes. But yeah, there's definitely a face in the middle of the screen.
The next tape seems to be a PowerPoint presentation shown to younger kids at the school.
A bar going across the eyes.
The presentation,
Sorry.
rightly named Martin's Rules, presents all the things that students should follow to get the most out of their education.
Okay.
And although this segment seems harmless, once we get onto the fourth rule, the vibe of the video changes. Do not enter restricted areas. If we see you enter these areas on our cameras, it could result in suspension or detention.
Our school is huge. What? Our school is huge. Then something, there's a lot of area that we are out of access. If we see you, and then it goes on what he said.
Rule 5. Keep your hands and feet to yourself.
Damn.
All students must keep their hands and feet to themselves.
Some creepy feet and hands.
The most disturbing rule, however, is rule number 8, which is only flashed on the screen for a couple seconds.
Work hard and listen. Work hard, play hard. To thrive, you must work hard and listen so you can learn.
Win 3 sporting games to win a trip to Mr. Martin's house.
Hell no. And that flashed for only a second, like nah, bro, that's another red flag, yo. I be calling my mom like, hey, moms, you gotta get me out of this bitch, yo. I bet they restricted access to the phones too, though. See? Boarding school for young kids. Told you.
After finishing all the
What the fuck was
rules,
that? Okay, come on. Oh. I guess we gotta do it this way. Where is it? I want to playback speed 0.25 and let's go right. Did I already pass it? Bro, this is taking forever. This is creepy looking at this shit too. Oh! Nah, bro. Okay, we're at 25:39. Let's go back 25:38. Or 37, 30, 37. Bruh. Bruh. Did we already miss it? We're back at 25:39. The pitch and the sound is getting higher. Oh, son of a. All right, so we know it's at 25:39. Let's go back. Looks like 3 people in cars. Maybe someone was getting arrested. There it is. I said 3 people, but it's like 2. Oh, no, 3. 1 here. Camera, student maybe? Lambo? Or sports car or something? And another person. I doubt it's Mr. Martin or anything. Possibility, but I doubt it. Interesting. Told you there was something there, and y'all called me crazy. Who's crazy now?
After finishing all the rules, the presentation seems to move on to a slideshow of pupils that have attended Royal Academics, with some miscellaneous images sprinkled in as well.
Okay.
These pictures really show how big the age range of the students attending the school really is. In fact, judging by these images...
Nah, bro, there was another one. Why they keep doing this to me?
Attending the school really is. In fact...
Right there, so it's like as soon as it gets to this one. Here we go again.
Really show how
this sounds weird.
big the age range of the students
Okay, come on.
Attending the school.
All right, here we go.
Really is.
The ties. I think I learned how to tie a long time ago, and I forgot. So I stopped wearing ties. I stopped practicing how to do it. Ha! Oh, it's the same image again. That's gonna be something different.
In fact, judging by these images, Royal Academics seems to be
if I see another one pop up,
sections
I'm gonna guess the same.
that are represented by colour of uniform. If we go off common UK school year groups, yellow is likely ages 4 to 11, purple and blue is likely ages 11 to 16.
Yeah, nah, see, if I'm a parent, I'm not letting my kid go off to a boarding school at the age 4 to 11 or 11 to 16. Or any age, bro. Fuck that shit. Like, parents, do your job and be parents. Like, don't send them off to boarding schools because you're tired of dealing with your kids or whatever. Like, or you're under the guise of, I want them to have a great education. Just send them to a prep school then. Don't send them off to a boarding school and just to basically get rid of them for whatever reason. Nah, bro. I don't trust that shit. That's easy access for indoctrination. Yeah, you heard me. I said that the way I said it. Deal with it. You know what I mean.
And pupils that wear suits are likely age 16 to 18. Along with this information, we also have another reference to the word thrive,
Okay.
this time on what seems to be a timetable of sorts. And we also see more strange photos of the school itself, some from current day, and some from the past. But by far the strangest aspect of these slideshows is the random black slides placed in both of them, and the random flashes of this image, where Mr. Martin seems to be standing next to a kid with their face blurred out.
So it was Mr. Martin, and I didn't have to pause it and go through all that shit because he did it for me. But okay, cool.
Screenshotting the black slides and manually increasing the exposure,
Yeah, that's another one right here.
reveals distorted images of Mr. Martin,
Okay, see.
signifying whoever made these
See?
tapes
Told you there was a
wanted
face
his
there.
face to be in these presentations.
Makes sense.
But why?
Why indeed? They're trying to out him.
Okay,
Secretly?
there's a lot that's happened.
Was it his
so
daughter
let's just
who made
quickly
the tape?
recap what we know so far. An anonymous person called M has requested I upload a series of analog horror tapes to my second channel,
Right.
named the Martin Files. We still don't
The second channel's name, Brandon, it in parentheses. No, in brackets, I believe. It's not, the second channel is not called the Martin Files.
know the intentions of M or the person who made the tapes. It would be stupid
I'll
to
probably
rule
put it
out
in
M
the
as a
description
possible creator of the tapes.
if I remember.
However, we cannot be 100% sure. The tapes take place in a private boarding school called Royal Academics, and the story that is being told seems to center around a man named Mr. Martin who owns the school.
Okay, so maybe I was wrong. Maybe the beginning tape wasn't recorded by the parent, but was recorded by the student that was giving the tour. And maybe that student was his daughter because he ended up passing the ownership of the school onto his daughter. So obviously she went there too. So, well, it's easy to say that she went there too, but I don't think we ever heard that she actually did. Yeah, she did. We saw that earlier. So obviously she went there too. So maybe the one who doing the recording was like a group effort between multiple people, not just his daughter and other people as well. Because there's also that person who got caught buying snacks from the vending machine after curfew, and then got hauled off to whoever knows where. Oh boy, whoever knows where.
The school has interests of gaining investors' capital to expand the campus, and the school is advertised as a very prestigious and career-defining experience
With
for
some
kids
creepy
aged
advertisements.
4 to 18. It's clear that the tapes have been tampered with by someone who is trying to expose a more disturbing story.
But not
For
to my kids
example,
there.
the uncomfortable use of
I
AI
had kids.
imagery and hidden photos of Mr. Martin. These hidden photos, along with the title and general portrayal of Mr. Martin, suggests that maybe he is at the root of whatever M or whoever made these tapes is trying to bring to light. I also have a theory that some kids who live at the school
Why are you glitching his voice?
have
Why
heard
is he glitching his
rumors
voice though?
or have had interactions with Mr. Martin that are making them paranoid. Like what we see in the 3rd episode, where the girl goes outside to grab a snack from the vending machine and starts seeing things that might not be there in reality.
She on some
Also, for
acid
some
shit.
unknown reason, it seems that Mr. Martin has transferred ownership of the school to his daughter Jess, presumably due to whatever wrongdoing he has done becoming public information.
That's what I'm guessing.
Whatever this wrongdoing might be, it must have
What the
legal
fuck? Someone getting dragged.
implications. Otherwise, drastic measures like transferring ownership of your life's work wouldn't be necessary. This would then tie in to that strange "only 3 years" refrain we hear at the end of the 2nd episode, accompanied by the AI images of jail cells. Maybe whatever Martin has done has resulted in him going to jail for 3 years, and maybe the person making or tampering with the tapes doesn't think that that time is enough for the laws he may have broken.
Fair enough.
Now, while this is a lot of information to take in, there's even more we have to discuss before diving into the 4th episode. Because I've purposefully left something out up until now, as I believe it could give us a hint into what Mr. Martin.
Also, I'm curious to what images flashed when his voice glitched while he said now. But I'm not about to rewind that. Y'all can do that. I really want to, but for the sake of the God damn it, all right, fuck it. Was it that? What flashed?
Maybe the person making or tampering
Nope.
with the tapes doesn't think that that time is enough for the laws he may have broken. Now, while this is a lot of information,
Okay, so it's just this board. I thought it
there's even more
might have been
we
something
have to
else.
discuss before diving into the 4th episode, because I've purposefully left something out up until now, as I believe it could give us a hint.
His editing for his video, for his sake, is making it not difficult, but it's like he's like merging it with like the actual original videos that he received and he uploaded. So it's kind of making it's not annoying, but it's like, okay, now I'm trying to look into everything and see what and decode everything. But nah, I probably should just watch the video. But is there something he's trying to tell us too? Is there something extra that he hid? Why not next time on Dragon Ball Z?
Into what Mr. Martin's dark secret is. But to explain that, we need to go back into the description of the past 3 episodes of the Martin Files.
You are watching Brandon FM. You are indeed watching Brandon FM. Don't forget to please do not look away. Why, are you trying to distract me for something else? What's going on? Yeah, be sure to check out Brandon's channel. He's got a lot of interesting videos on there. Well, not a lot, but he got a few interesting videos on there because he just doesn't have a lot of content on this channel, but all the content he has on this channel are great, is very interesting. So I do recommend liking and subscribing to his channel, and I'll put that in the description below as well. The red tapes. What do they mean? What does it mean? What could it mean?
So what I haven't told you is that in each one of the previous episodes, there's been a link in the description to a YouTube video on a channel called The Red Tapes. These links were provided by M and given to me prior to the videos going public. The Red Tapes consist of 3 small episodes set in Royal Academics, but seem to tell a much more straightforward story. A story that could help us unravel what Mr. Martin could be in trouble for. And a story that confirms that these tapes are in fact based on real events.
Knew it.
These 3 episodes tell the story of Thomas Ball, a house parent who worked at Royal Academics. The first tape is a low-quality recording of an empty shower. The second tape is a video of the bathroom door opening, and the third tape is
Thomas Ball arrested after use of spy camera is local something something.
a screenshot of Thomas Ball's arrest. And for the first time, this video shows an actual picture of a human being without their face blurred out. This is where things get extremely dark. Searching Thomas Ball arrested in...
Just again, parents, make sure your kids is in their bed. They didn't sneak out. They ain't around the corner trying to listen to hiding and whatever. Make sure the ass is in bed and buckle up for safety, motherfucker.
To Google will take you to a news article by the Scarborough News titled "Teacher Thomas Ball installed spy camera in North Yorkshire school bathroom and had a stash of child sex images."
Oh, bro, what the fuck?
This is a real news article by a legitimate publisher. And this is also where the series becomes a lot more than just a bunch of analog horror tapes. The fact that this could happen at any school is absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, not just boarding schools.
But yet again, the question comes back to, what is Martin's involvement in this?
Well,
was Martin friends with Thomas? Did he know what was going on the whole time?
Were they selling that
Did
shit?
he help Thomas with his scheme? Or is it something completely different?
Bro, that's fucked
Maybe
up
episode
anyway.
4 will get us closer to finding the truth.
None of that shit is cool, yo. See? Again,
The
parents,
fourth tape M sent me
do not send your kids off to boarding school. Like,
is titled Martin's House. In the description, we are
obviously, the things I'm talking about in this video doesn't happen at just boarding schools, but it's more, in my opinion, it's more likely to happen at a boarding school because, you know, they're separated from their parents, obviously, and yeah, I'm not going back through all that. Just don't. Just be careful. Like, actually raise your damn kids.
of course, greeted with more random numbers. This time, we have -1.292. But we are also greeted with a fully working URL link to a website. Possibly the one blurred out in the very first advert back in episode 1. Heading to www.royalacademics.co.uk will take you to this website. However, it seems that nothing can be accessed without the login information, so we will come back to this at a later point. For now, let's take a look at episode 4.
Okay. Jump scare. Jump scare. Oh, we got sound. Jump scare. Just trying to prep myself. And jump scare. Jump scare. Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, Barcode, Balloon Boy. Hello. Bro, all these red doors, man, it definitely looks like a culty type shit. Like this is where we sacrifice the children that they unlawfully mated with the students. All right, let me stop. God damn it, that's creepy. Barcode again. Jump scare. Foxy, Chica, Bonnie, Golden Freddy, Red Bear, Toilet. Okay. Bro, I am like anticipating a jump scare. School owner under investigation. Martin. Blank Martin? I took off running. Bro, I'm still waiting for that jump scare. Oh, okay, no jump scare.
This tape really does fill in a lot of the blanks, and also raises some new questions. First of all, this video takes place in Martin's house. At least, I'd assume so given the title of the episode. But one thing that I noticed is it seems that this is not the first time we have been here.
Why is there a barcode on
This
this
is a
thing?
screenshot of the house the child exited from the start of episode 3.
Okay.
And this is a screenshot of the front door at Martin's house.
Same place.
Now what do we know is outside that front door at the start of the 3rd episode?
Stained glass window?
That's right. The entire school.
Oh.
Which leads us to believe that Mr. Martin lives on campus.
Right.
This would also explain why kids could win a trip to his house after winning 3 sporting matches.
That's fucking creepy,
because he's right next door. Another thing that backs up this theory is the fact that both kids ended up being tracked down by Martin near the end of the tapes. But why on earth would Martin want children in his home? Well, if it's anything like Thomas Ball's motives, then I can't imagine there's good intentions behind his actions. Also, I don't think that it's a coincidence that there is a barcode on the TV screen. For those who don't know, I tend to use barcodes from time to time in my videos. Each line of the barcode can be decoded to a specific letter.
Okay.
This allows me to hide hidden messages in my videos. However, this barcode is unfortunately too distorted by the VHS filter to understand what it says.
Why was it?
But
Why
this
was
doesn't
it
take away
there?
from the fact that I am now certain that these tapes have been made specifically for me.
Damn.
Speaking of the TV, it seems at this point in our story, the police investigation on Mr. Martin has finally come out to the public, which likely means we are close to figuring out what the hell he has actually done.
Okay.
We might even find out in this next tape.
So this happened, all this happened a long time ago, but now some of it, this whole thing that he's going over, it was just recently made, I'm guessing?
Parents.
Because like, they had AI generated images of like of the jail cells and stuff like that and other things. So it's like, is it something that happened so long ago that somebody's just now, you know, they couldn't talk then, but they finally had a chance to talk or something, and they're using Ren and FM as a way to communicate to the audience? I don't know. As a way to tell their story?
We are writing this letter to you in hopes of being fully transparent with the current situation regarding Mr. Martin, the owner and head of Royal Academics. Some of you may not have heard of Mr. Martin. Others may have spoken to him at open day. However, it is important to update you on the current allegations against him, as he is the owner of the school. Yesterday, Mr. Martin pleaded not guilty at Leeds Crown Court to all of the allegations against him during a 20-minute hearing. The 24 charges allege he abused 5 children, most of them pupils at the school, and made sexual suggestions to a sixth, who was also a pupil. A trial date was then set for July 10th next year. He is legally not allowed to enter the premises of Royal Academics or have any unsupervised contact with anyone under the age of 18.
Don't send your kids to boarding school.
We understand that this is a horrible thing to hear as parents who have children in our school. And we want to say, from the bottom of our hearts, we are doing everything we possibly can to keep your children safe. As of now, the ownership of Royal Academics has been transferred over to Jess Martin, who is Mr. Martin's daughter. We are positive in her abilities to keep our school thriving in the right direction. If you have any more questions regarding this unfortunate incident, please email royalacademicsupport@thrive.com. Thank you. From the Royal Academics team.
Just hope she's not like her dad.
Well, if I'm being honest, I'm not surprised. From his portrayal throughout the show, and his clear obsession with getting kids into his home, it's no mystery how this happened. The upsetting part is that due to what we know about Thomas Ball, this likely is referencing a real human being and real events. This letter does state that these are just allegations, however, and he has not been charged with anything at the moment. So there is a chance that he's innocent and is actually being framed, like what his daughter mentioned in episode 2. But I don't think that that is very likely.
Sheboygan information, November 949 Alpha Charlie. We've got about 4 minutes to run, 9 miles north of the field.
Okay, that's Martin on the left. That's Mr. Martin on the left. Who are the other two? And what's with the plane speak? Are they trying to flee?
This tape seems to be the flight communications from England to France.
Shit.
We can see that Mr. Martin is a passenger on the plane which signifies that he is going out of the country until his next trial date. This is also very likely to be the same flight his daughter was talking about in the security footage.
He might stay out of
However,
country.
this does open up the possibility of him fleeing, running away from his problems. So whether this is an escape plan or simply a vacation is still up in the air.
Turbulence on final runway 10.
Hey Roger, and report left base runway 10 now, Charlie. And November 9 Alpha Charlie's left base for runway 10.
Yo, so your girl's been bored surfing the interwebs.
The Martin Files will resume after this short intermission.
Yo, so your girl's been bored surfing the interwebs and stuff, and I came across YouTube, of course. Everybody and mama be on YouTube. Well, I came across this dude's videos, right? Nice videos, high quality. I ain't seen nobody else on YouTube doing nothing like this. But dude, he only had like 5 videos. I done finished the whole channel already. Like, I don't understand. Where's the rest of the content? Like, where is dude at though?
Basically, what she's saying is, she has recently come across an excellent YouTube channel and is really enjoying the content. Clearly,
But he only has
creator
a few
is putting in
videos.
a lot more effort than the rest of the competition. However, this effort has resulted in infrequent uploads. So, although the channel is high quality, there needs to be more quantity to satisfy her needs.
I'm guessing it's Brennan
Patreon,
FM's.
what do you think about that?
Well, listen, these creators who produce high quality entertainment with minimal help usually need an outcome of support, especially channels that deal with mature content and have volatile monetization. The solution's quite simple. Supporting the creator on patreon.com is a great way to help them financially, and it also allows them to hire much needed assistance.
Well played. That's a good way
Helping on Patreon
to.
usually equates to higher quality content and more of it.
That's a good way to
Furthermore,
advertise
by
your
pledging
own
money
channel.
monthly, you can get bonus perks like behind the scenes content, early
like that.
teasers,
Well
and
done,
uncensored
Brandon.
versions of videos for $5 a month. And honestly, that sounds like a win-win to me.
Basically, what he's saying is, this guy whose content you've been fiending for might need a little help to ramp up production. Donating monthly to his Patreon could help up the quantity rate of the videos you like so much, and might even increase the quality too. Plus, you get some perks for being such a good supporter.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. That's great to know. I'm gonna go ahead and check that out.
Pay attention, Brandon. Brandon FM Patreon. Reach 500 Patreon that will live stream the creation of the next documentary. Oh shit. Help me create. So obviously you gotta go to his channel for that one. Again, his link to his channel will be in the description below, so check that out. Martin Cell, Chapter 5. .419. So I guess this tape had the 419. Pay attention. Again. I wonder if those are just references, like the numbers are references to the letters of the alphabet. When I'm taken into police custody. So is this after he transferred ownership to his daughter or before? Oh, without a blurred face. There's that Morse code.
Only 3 years. Only 3 years.
Not this shit again.
3 years. Only 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 3
Yeah, somebody is definitely upset that he only got 3 years.
And that is how the series ends, with a news broadcast of an uncensored Mr. Martin going into police custody, Morse code, and the return of the only 3 years refrain from episode 2.
So yeah,
which we can now safely say was in fact referring to the amount of jail time Mr. Martin would receive for what he did.
Long time ago.
Converting the Morse code that plays behind the distorted audio
What's it mean?
reveals the username for the website, and the password is unsurprisingly all the
Password?
random numbers that we
Oh.
have been given throughout the series as descriptions.
Okay.
Typing these phrases into the website's login takes us to a page with the words, "Hi Thomas, following in the footsteps of your boss I see," along with a multitude of links below it. These links take us to real news articles detailing Mr. Martin's court hearing, arrest, and crimes. Detailing
Ex-boss of top school near York to stand trial on sex charges. Top school my ass, bro. Like, parents, raise your damn kids. Stop sending them to boarding schools.
Mr. Martin's court hearing,
North Yorkshire Police. Court result. The former owner of blank school near York has been sent to prison for 3 years and 3 months, for non-recent sexual abuse of a boy and a girl. What the fuck? Brian Richard Martin, age 71, of Ferrinsby, Knaresborough, was sentenced at Leeds Crown Court Day, Friday the 2nd, July 2021. Holy shit, I thought this happened a long time ago. 2021. It happened last year. Well, almost 2 years ago now. Following a retrial, for a sexual assault on a boy, for SA on a boy in the late 2000s. Damn, he got away with it for that long? That was first put before a jury in 2018. Wow. Martin was also found guilty on indecent assault on a girl in the Seymour. Holy crap, bruh. Parents, don't send your kids to boarding school.
arrest, and crimes.
Owner of 40,000 euro or pound, whatever, a year private school, 40,000 a private school, jail for historic sex abuse of pupils. Owner of York boarding school, blank, jail for historical essay of pupils.
Now that we have the login to the Royal Academics website and access to the real-life news articles that connects the Martin files with the real crimes of Brian Martin, the story finally starts to make sense.
So I know who made the videos.
In 1991, Brian Martin bought Royal Academics and moved the school from a town called Harrogate to a place called Thorpe Underwood Estate, which is where he lived with his family, meaning he now lived on the school grounds. Since Royal Academics was a private boarding school, Martin would continue to reinvest the profits he had made back into the business, and eventually grew it to be a vast campus for learning that was inclusive of all genders and ages. This, along with the international advertising, great test results, turned the whole school into one of the most diverse and academic schools in the north of England. However, all of this was fueled by much more sinister ambitions. Abusing the fact that some children lived on campus away from home, Martin took advantage of the very kids whose parents were paying him thousands of dollars a year,
40,000
for his own personal pleasure.
But not in dollars, I say.
Martin sexually assaulted
Pounds
a boy
or
in the
euros.
late 2000s and committed indecent assault on a girl in the early to mid 90s. Both of these crimes were proven to be true in a trial spanning from 2018 to 2019.
What the
In that
fuck?
trial, Brian Martin was also accused of 6 other child abuse offences of boys and girls, ages 13 to 17, but the jury could not definitively say if the accusations were true or not.
Are you serious?
So the charges were dropped. Mr. Martin was then sentenced to 3 years and 3 months in jail.
Only 3 years. Only
When
3
the
years.
allegations and court hearing became public to the parents, Martin would fly over to France and would also not be allowed back onto school grounds. However, before the allegations became public, Mr. Martin transferred all of the businesses over to his daughter, as he predicted he would likely go to jail for what he had done. What makes this story even more disturbing is the public comments under the news articles and Facebook posts of Mr. Martin's arrest. Because it's here that we can read personal anecdotes from people who were aware of Mr. Martin and
Bruh.
the school. This user's comment sticks out in particular. I took my daughter out of there when I heard the head boarding staff member tell my daughter and girls in her room, "Let's draw the blinds, girls. We don't want Mr. Martin looking in."
What?
That's when I realized his home was a stone throw away from the boarding room my daughter was in. When I questioned this, they made it out like I was this crazy woman. It was like, how dare I question anything about Mr. Martin? Look what he does for the children. I'm so grateful I saw sense and took her out of there.
Bro, what the
Unfortunately,
fuck?
the story of Mr. Martin is yet another example of a person in extreme power using their influence and money to take advantage of innocent children.
And to get only 3
A story
years.
almost as common as a grain of sand. A grain of sand, only sentenced to 3 years and 90 days in the bottom of the ocean, sealed by the prison bars of the water above it. But our mystery is not over yet. There's still a few more questions we need to answer.
Who made the tapes?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Consider subscribing for content every 135,250 minutes. It's free.
Sorry.
So it's gonna be a part 2? Oh, no.
Unlike many other analog horror series,
Mhm.
the actual story of the Martin Files
Mhm.
isn't really left up to interpretation. By the end of the episodes, it's quite clear the crimes that Brian Martin and Thomas Ball committed.
He showed his face.
So that means the main mysteries of the Martin Files are: why were they made? Why were they sent to me? Who
Who
even
made them?
is M? And who is the boy that appears with Mr. Martin throughout the whole series? Up until this point in the video, there has been no indication of what M's involvement is, besides having access to the tapes. And no matter how many times I try to reverse image search this random JPEG of Mr. Martin next to this random boy, I always just get nothing. Yet, these questions are so important to answer, because it's the only thing throughout this entire series that is left up to interpretation.
True. I mean, like, the kid could be the first boy that Mr. Martin essayed. You know what I'm saying? We don't know for sure it's certain, but that's something that can be said. So, can't find out who.
But unfortunately, these questions seem virtually impossible to answer. Or at least they might seem virtually impossible to you. So what I haven't exactly been honest about is I know the identities of
now
M
your face is blurred.
and
Bro,
the
it's too
boy,
late.
because they're
Oh,
both
there we go.
me.
There it is. What? Hold up.
I was a previous student of Royal Academics. I met Mr. Martin on open day. That's actually where the picture was taken.
What?
And I was the person who made the tapes. But I'm sure you have a lot of questions, so
So you sent it
let
to
me
yourself?
explain. Basically, the story of Mr. Martin and the school he owned is a story that I've really wanted to tell for a long time.
Okay.
However,
Got
if
that
I
part
sat
right.
here and just talked to you for 20 minutes, then no one's gonna listen. So, I decided that if I wanted to tell this story, I had to find a way to make people care. That's when I had
Fair
the
enough.
idea to partner up with a talented analog horror enthusiast / extremely talented VFX artist to create the Martin Files, which would tell the entire story through creepy old found footage, taking inspiration from the Walton Files, the Backrooms, Petscop, etc. All the classics. We then came up with the idea of M, who would send me the
Oh my
tapes to post
God.
on the second
Oh,
channel.
why didn't I see that?
Obviously, we changed the name of the real school, we blurred out all the logos, but we still wanted to use stock footage of the physical campus. The most important thing was trying to tell the story through my perspective of experiencing what it was like to go to school every day, after the owner had just been accused of being a pedophile. I remember when the letter to parents was sent out. I remember not being allowed to talk about it at school. I remember people talking about how strange it was that he lived right next to the girls' boarding house on campus. I remember hearing stories about people going around to eat at his house after winning 3 sporting matches in a row. And just like many other people, I think a 3-year sentence is nowhere near long enough for what he did.
Only 3 years.
So, to quickly clear up any questions that you might have, no, Mr. Martin did not do anything inappropriate to me or anyone I was friends with at the school. I only had a couple of interactions with him before he fled to France when the allegations and court hearing came out to the public. And yes, I stayed at the school for years after all of this went down.
What the fuck?
Also, I don't want this video to paint the current version of the school in a bad light. Besides Mr. Martin, I actually had great interactions with the majority of the staff there, and I actually, for what it's worth, really did have a good time at that school.
Fair enough.
So please, to the people watching this video, do not send any harassment to the staff, the pupils, because they are not responsible for Brian Martin's actions. I want to apologize for deceiving you throughout this video.
Oh, good, homie.
However, I hope
made
that
it
you
interesting.
understand that sometimes you have to trick people into listening to a story that would have otherwise been forgotten.
Fair enough.
And I believed it was important to share my perspective on growing up in a beautiful school owned by a prolific pedophile. A pedophile that is most likely out on parole by the time you're watching this video.
And that's fucked up. Only 3 years. Only 3 years. Holy shit. Let me play. I don't know if that's copyright or not, but I think I let too much of it play already. Holy shit, though. Like, I said what I said. I don't need to repeat it, but like, god damn, bruh. It's a good thing nothing happened to him, though. You know what I'm saying? Good thing he didn't have to experience anything that others had experienced. But sheesh. This is now another example of what people in power, how people in power with money and shit can abuse their power. And obviously that money and wealth helped him to lower his sentence through only 3 years. Only 3 years. Only 3 years. But yeah. Damn, bruh. And that was a good way of getting him to getting people to pay attention and to get interested in this story by saying that someone named M sent him tapes and said, hey, you have to do it like this or else I won't see you in the next one. But I did catch that it looked like from what I remember from the tapes on this other channel, not all the tapes are there. So it's like he after he put like maybe 5 of them up or whatever, he didn't put the rest of them up. So I was wondering like, that's interesting. I didn't think anything of it. I thought that it was just whatever. But now I see why. Sheesh. Bruh. The work he puts into his videos, though, I can applaud that shit, yo. That's well played, because I obviously don't put the same amount of work into mine. And hey, that's just facts. I ain't gonna be mad about it. So definitely check out his shit. I'll put his link in the description below. And make sure you follow. So make sure you check out his videos, subscribe to his channel, all the good shit. Feel me? Yeah, that exposing the VR cult. That one was I think that's the first one I saw of his. That shit was weird too. Not weird, but it was well made video. But like it was like damn. But yeah, so that's all I got for this video. If you're watching on Twitch, I am heading off after this. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to follow me on Twitch. Link in the description below. And yeah, you know what it is after that. In case I don't see you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace and much love to you.